Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. Today I shall be taking this McLaren 12C GT3 around Spa. Now I know what you're thinking. So what? Well, this is no ordinary race. This is a Marks and Spencer. No, it's not really that. This is a multi-class race with a full grid of 36 cars. Now the race is also taking part at night, so I really haven't made this easy for myself. But let's see how I get on and let's hope it's not too messy. See how ridiculous this is already, the amount of cars we've got coming down this first straight, and then already, well, there we go, ballerina BMW spinning out straight away. Now as you can see, I started about halfway through the pack. Now no, I'm not going to get to the front, I'll just declare that now. Don't expect me to skip to the end and see me in first place, because it will not happen. The AI is better than me at this stage. I'm very new to the game, got less than 20 hours, and this is the first time I'm using a wheel. But I just want to point out, there is a stock car with no headlights, and this is the thing that I cannot pass during this race. There is a green stock car with no headlights going around Spa in the dark, and for me it must be the stick driving, because I cannot get past him. But I'm not fighting him at the moment, I'm just worrying about other GT cars. Now I'm in the McLaren. I chose this because, well, I haven't played the game in about a week, but what I remember about it was it seemed the most stable, most planted GT3 car, and it was kind of true, but I may prove otherwise later on in the video. But for the most part, pretty stable, pretty stable. Now, I don't know Spa, I know it in other games, but this is completely different. Now I'm using a wheel. Now I'm on Project Cars, I've never done it in Project Cars, so I thought, what will be a good idea? Let's do it in the dark. So I jumped in the deep end a little bit, but you know, we're all learning. So, if you can take anything away from this race, it's got to be the sound. Listen to the sound of that field behind me. I'm probably holding on them all up, but at least they're bunched together now, so you can get a good listen for that. Now, the AI is doing amazing on the stock cars, because I can't imagine a player doing very well without headlights. This is a bit ridiculous. But the stock cars were surprisingly fast. I thought we'd just blitz straight past them, but they held their own. Here we go. So he's got in front of me now, and he's going to stay in front of me. He becomes my arch nemesis, and I cannot get past him. Now what I do, sadly, is I do get a little impatient on this game. I haven't played a racing game in years, so I do the cardinal sin of getting impatient when I want to overtake someone. Not taking it steady, not chewing through those milliseconds a lap. No, I just want to dive in and take them, which is never the best idea, is it? Let's be honest. Not especially in a racing sim. Forza, maybe you could probably shunt them out of the way, but this is completely different. It does become a strange little battle when you are tailing someone, but it works, except when you're me, because at the moment I'm in a bit of a dilemma. Yes, I want to go fast. Yes, I want to get past him. I want his position. However, I don't really know where to brake. So I'm kind of stuck. I do want to race, I want to get past him, but then once I get past him, I don't really know what to do then. A little bit scared. Now, I'm following a stock car's braking points, so already that's not the best thing to do. But I'm safe, I'm not being overtaken by anyone else, so it's okay. But it's just not the best, that's the only thing. So I'm getting my way along. I'm sort of stuck really in a rut, which it tends to happen in this game, because I'm not quite at the level. I don't have the knowledge and I don't really have the skills, but I can sit quite happily. I can sit quite happily, you know, tailing someone, you know, giving them a couple of chances, trying to sneak up the inside, maybe be adventurous, go around the outside, but mainly I just, you know, can play it for the tight-knit racing. Now, there are some incidents that happen in this race, I'll own up, I'll admit it, but the first few laps are okay. Now, the incidents happen because I get impatient, which is always rule number one, don't do. Now I do get impatient trying to take this green car, and I do carry a bit too much speed. There we go off a little bit there already, but I recovered, I'm recoverable. Now, one of the main things with anything in life, it seems, is don't let it snowball. If you let it snowball, it's only going to get worse. Now, as you can see, my driving from that moment when I come off, my driving takes a decline. A quite obvious one. I'm angry. I'm trying to catch him. I'm braking later, but this isn't helping me. I'm not getting any closer to him. I'm just messing myself up. See, I barely made it around that corner then. Now, the problem is he's getting a bit far ahead now, so my braking light's gone, and I just torpedo straight off the turn. Now I've lost another position, and now I've got the Aston going to be breathing down my neck soon as well. So I've got that to worry about. However, these cars that passed me, I've been ahead of them the whole race, so it gives me a bit of competitive racing to try and overtake them. So I can take the Merc, give a bit of time, I'll be able to get past him. Now, going down the straight, I think I give him a good drag here. I'm checking in my side mirror when I'm actually playing. I'm nearly shitting myself thinking he's going to take me out, but I just managed to get ahead of him before the turn. And then I'm basically messing up here. I'm going too slow. I put him off, he has to brake harsh and he gets sent off a little bit. But again, it's all my fault. The AI's done nothing wrong this race. It's just been me messing around, either going too slow or, for my own faults, too fast and not knowing when to brake. But I'm still holding a steady midfield position. It's not too bad. And then it happens again. I'm feeling the Merc breathing down my neck and I mess up again. So what do? I try to collect myself. I get started again. But it won't work. I know it won't work. I've made so many mistakes now. I'm getting furious. Oh, I want to take him. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take him on the next few bends. I'll go faster. That will help. No, it won't help. I was going too fast to begin with. That's why I came off. But you can't convince yourself mid-race. You cannot step out, have a cool down. So I'm taking this Aston. I think I can take him. I've been ahead of him the whole race. No problem. Trying to dive on the inside. And look, sloppy racing there. Clip him on the front wing. Send him off. Luckily, nothing too bad happened to him. He just got a knock and probably stuck his shoes up through the windshield. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm past him now. On my way to the Merc. Slowly but steady. So I'm following the Merc still. I've got the Aston breathing down my neck, which isn't very nice. So I'm feeling the pressure, but I'm determined. I'm going to catch this Merc. I'm going to take him. I want my position back. He's not keeping that from me. So, you know, I'm going at it, getting some speed. I've got to follow him, but I've got to overtake him. So I've got to push it a little bit. And that happens. And then that happens. That happens. And then that happened. That whole thing. What an absolute mess. A little bit of a dangerous re-entry, but I stuck to the right hand side so cars can get past for the next bend. And now the mistakes are going past in nearly into double digits. So we've got to be a bit careful now. The concern isn't win the race. It's shifted now. It's gone more to survive the race. Okay, so I'm struggling with a BMW. I'm shoulder barging past the way, and then I spot a Capri, and I think, well done, Mr. Capri. You've done pretty well. Well, as a matter of fact, he's done amazingly well. However, he's scaring the pants off me down the straight, and then I'm buckling under the pressure. Now you watch this now. This is the mistake of the race. Straight into that wall. Now, do I blame the Capri? No, it's not his fault. It's my fault. But I'll blame the Capri anyway. Yeah, it was the AI. God, this game's got terrible AI. No, it was me being shat. However, I've still got headlights. That's important. So I do have damage on realistic, so I've still got headlights. I can still finish the race. This is what I'm concerned about. Got no mechanical faults, thank God, but I can finish the race with my headlights on. So let's just make it round, don't let anyone pass, and then try and find a new rival to try and get past. And I believe the next rival I do bump into might be the Genetta. That's what I think I've got coming up now. Now this turns out to be quite a good rivalry if it is the white Genetta. Ah, so it is the white Genetta. Now this was the main rivalry of the race. Now yeah, I have completely messed up a good few times, but it found me a good partner, which is all I'm really interested in at the minute in this game. I'm not interested in winning races, I just want some interaction with the cars. Now sometimes I get a bit too much interaction, maybe some scrapes, maybe some fender benders, but it's okay. As long as I can have a bit of a tussle with a car, I'm fine with that. Now with the Genetta I do push my luck a little bit, jumping on the inside a few times, having a stab right here. I have a little stab and he just shuts me out straight away. Now this kind of awareness is what I don't have at the minute. Look, force me onto the curb again, maybe a little bit mean, but I shouldn't really have been trying to stab up that close to the corner. I was pushing my luck a bit, it was his line, so I should have backed off. But when you can't succeed in your actual racing skill, luckily you've got a faster car in a straight line, so I managed to get past him there. So that's the only thing I can do to him. However, if you just saw that was an absolute beautiful overtake from the outside of the track, but it didn't matter, it was so smooth the way he got round me. Now I'm just chasing him again, looking sloppy as hell, looking like a bowl of spaghetti going around there, but I'm still chasing. Now these straights are about the only place I can actually make up some positions, so I've really got to try and catch back up to the Genetta while I can on these straights. Now it always becomes a great drag battle whenever there's a straight, because I can actually get past him. Now he's got me on the corners, he's got me licked pretty much, I'm just hoping he makes mistakes. Now once I've got the lead, I should be pulling away. However, like I said, I don't really know the braking points, I don't know the let-off points, so he's straight back up. But again, luckily, there's some straights for me to build a little bit of a lead. But again, going into the dilemma, where do I brake? So what I've got to do is I've got to sort of wing it as I'm coming down here and just hope for the best. Hope he don't smash into the back of me, or hope I don't brake too early and have him just disappear straight past me. Luckily I timed it okay, and then it set me up for the rest of the corners. It looked like I held him up a little bit, but as long as he's not past me, it's all good by me. And then it's on to the rest of the last lap of the race. Now the last lap is just me and him. Nothing else exists. We're in a vacuum, me and this Genetta. It's just us racing. It's just me and him in a vacuum right now. Me and him, Spa, the two cars in a vacuum. Nothing else matters. It's just me and him. This is all the race is. Me versus him. I just want to beat him. That's all I want to do, because I know I'm on borrowed time. I'm in the lead, but every single corner he's going to be gaining on me because my braking points are incredibly sloppy. And there's one straight, and that's right at the end, so that's leaving it a bit close, and he's coming right up the outside. But then right here I do a little piss off manoeuvre, which goes in my favour. I basically say, this is my line, do one. However, it's not going to deter him. He's going to be right up my chuff for the next few corners, stabbing anywhere he can to try and get past me. Now he's really up against me, which is not good, because I know this car can be a lot faster than Genetta, so I know he could get past me at any time. I've got a little bit of a straight so I can get away from him again, but it's just going to go back to, again, the corners. He's going to eat me up every single corner, so I've got to make the straight as good as possible. However, I don't want to spin out again, so I'm trying not to push the car too hard, but I'm trying to push it hard enough so he pisses right off. But it's just not working, and he is right up against me. Now for this corner here, I do brake a little bit late and a bit stupidly. So now look how close it is coming through this corner. I managed to push him off the racing line, and then it's just me again back onto the straight, but he is really close to me. This is some seriously close racing now in the lead up to the final corner. And as I'm coming round this corner, I notice he's pretty far back, so I know I'm free to really open the taps up, because I know I've got him licked now. There is no way he's going to catch up to me in that Genetta while I'm in this McLaren. No way on the straight, and I managed to blitz it all the way down the straight and take the win, which is great. Well, I say win, I mean the battle for God knows what position. I think I ended about 14th, but that, in my book, that's a hell of a lot better than 15th. So I managed to hold him off till the end of the race, and I had a great little race with him. Unfortunately, I wasn't placed next to him on the grid, because that could have been a great 5 laps, but that last lap really made the race for me. Now, yeah, you might give me some comments about how messy that race was, but I really enjoyed that, so hopefully you did too. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you want, and recommend some other games and maybe join me in some races as well. So until next time, this is Cherry signing off.